At the age of 22, after returning from a disappointing package tour to Thailand, Bruce Poon Tip put aside his career aspirations and decided to launch his brainchild, Gap Adventures. Today, the company has grown to become the world's largest adventure travel company. I've come to West London to talk to him about the highs and lows of his global success.
The inspiration for Gap Adventures came when I decided I wanted to go travel. Traveling back in 1990, there was really no choices, and the name Gap actually came that there was a gap in the market, because when I wanted to go traveling, there was either kind of resort, cruises, or coach, like the mainstream type travel, or backpacking. There was kind of nothing in between, and it was, it was a time before Google, which many people don't really remember what those days were like. You couldn't kind of Google what your holiday plans were, so there was a gap in the market for this type of travel, and I just thought there had to be other people that wanted kind of grassroots, kind of authentic experiences, but didn't have the time to plan their own trip and go backpacking, and or wanted the hassle, or didn't want to go to the kind of isolation of resorts or cruises.
Would you say that entrepreneurial spirit is something that you're born with?
Well, I don't think the main quality of an entrepreneur is something you can teach. I do believe it's something, in many ways, you're born with it. But I also feel, and I'm kind of unique in my thinking here, I think that there's different styles of entrepreneurs, and I think if someone wants to be an entrepreneur, they have to understand where they fit, because there's an entrepreneur that kind of runs a franchise or runs a corner store or a video store, and that's an entrepreneur. There's also entrepreneurs that kind of work within the confines of a bigger organization, like IBM or Microsoft, and they're entrepreneurial in their thinking. And those are entrepreneurs as well. They just have different structure. But the real entrepreneurs kind of create new business and create new ideas and create new products, and I do think it's a rare breed, and I do think that if someone wants to be an entrepreneur, they have to really define where they fit into that space, and I think a lot of the qualities of that type of entrepreneur aren't really taught how to do what they do, or the skills that you need, because there's levels of risk tolerance that you need, there's level of confidence that you have to kind of bring your ideas to reality, and you have to, and those kind of things you can't often learn in school.
Could you tell me a bit more about your work with the United Nations and UNESCO?
Well, there's no way to really get involved. They kind of get involved with you. When the United Nations calls, you just kind of answer. I recently got asked to, I'll be going there in about 2 weeks again, because the United Nations has invited a few kind of select people, because they want to write an official definition of sustainable tourism, in which they want to use to later write policy on. So it's a great honor to be recognized in our space as a leader, and being kind of picked to do those kind of things. Those are kind of the small kind of things you get in, bits of recognition that you get to know that you're doing well, or you're doing the right thing.